Hello, Mr. Cooper.
Yes, hello.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mudlia. Thank you for seeing me today. I understand that your GP referred you to us as there's been some concerns. You had some blood tests, and your wife has also, there's been some problems with her as well.
Yes, that's right.
I can see it might be a difficult time for you, but I would be grateful if you could tell me a bit more about what's been going on.
Well, my doctor, I had just normal blood tests. I have them every now and again. It's something work do, and they said the liver function was not right. And we started talking about the drinking, and they said, well, I should see someone.
Okay, so can you tell me more about your drinking then?
I have to have a drink in the morning now, just to sort of steady myself for the day, and then pretty much drink for the rest of the day. I still work.
And what do you have first thing in the morning then?
Just a couple of vodkas.
How many?
2. Yes, it'd be about 2 before I leave for work.
And if you don't have the vodka, what happens?
No, I can't really seem to function so well if I don't.
And you said you have some throughout the day, so what happens, how much do you have in the day?
Well, I'll go out at lunchtime and to the local pub, just me, and I'll have, I don't know, 3 or 4 doubles.
And that's at work after you sleep work?
At lunchtime, and I go out for lunch.
Yeah. And then do you go back to work after that?
Yes, yeah.
And later on in the day, how much do you have?
So then I catch the train home, and I'll go for a couple of pints whilst waiting for the train.
And where do you go to?
The pub just next to the station. There's a pub, and I go in there.
Okay. So from what you're telling me, Mr. Cooper, that you're drinking first thing in the morning, you continue to have some drink at lunchtime, and then again in the evening?
Yes, because then I'll have some when I go home, yes.
And what would you have when you get home?
Then I'm back on the vodka again. That's my choice of tipple, and that's when my wife gets annoyed.
And how long has this been going on for?
I suppose I started to really drink about 5 years ago, not as much as I do now.
Okay. Can you tell me about the first time you started having alcohol?
It's very stressful at work. I hadn't recently been long the manager of the branch, and there's a lot of pressures in bringing in new sales. Didn't used to be like that. Banking used to be very straightforward. Now it's upselling new products and mortgages and things like that, and we weren't performing very well. So I just sort of get through the stresses. I would have a little drink after a busy day.
Okay. And what age did you first start drinking?
Well, I was in my drinking like I do now. I suppose my 50s, my early 50s. I'm 57 now. So early 50s, yeah.
Okay, so when you were younger, you didn't have any alcohol?
Oh, I used to drink when I was younger, not a lot. I wouldn't really.
And what age would you say you started?
So I suppose I went onto the vodkas maybe about 10 years ago. So I was sort of mid to late 40s. I got onto I used to drink beer or wine or something like that before.
Yeah. And so would you say the amount that you're drinking now has increased?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you feel you have to have more to have the same effect?
Well, this is it, you see. It became a point whereby I could have half bottle of vodka in the evening, and it wasn't enough. It didn't sort of take the stresses away.
And you told me that you have to have a drink first thing in the morning to steady your nerves.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a drink, you start having some tremors.
Yes, right. Yes. I get very anxious.
Okay. Do you feel like once you start drinking, you can't stop?
Yes, it's like, well, I've tried giving it. I've tried to sort of say not drinking for a day or whatever, but once you get started, you think, well, I've broken that now, so I might as well carry on.
And how do you think it has affected you in a day-to-day?
Well, my wife is now very stressed by the situation. I just worry. We've argued quite a bit about it. So I think she may think she's had
And in the arguments that you've had, have you ever become violent or aggressive?
No, I'm not that type of person.
How has it affected your work? Has there been any difficulties?
Yeah. I think people notice it. They mention it. They don't say anything to me. You get a feeling that maybe they're noticing that I've had a few vodkas at lunchtime. I come back and I get tired then in the afternoons.
Okay, and how do you think it's affected your physical health? I know you told me that you had some blood tests and your liver function's affected. Have you had any other physical health problems?
No, not significant.
Any seizures related to alcohol?
No.
Okay, and are you on any medication at the moment?
No, I don't take it.
Okay, apart from taking alcohol, have you taken any other street drugs or anything else?
No, I don't do anything like that. No.
Okay, and have you seen a psychiatrist before, Mr. Cooper? Okay, and have you ever tried to stop alcohol?
The odd occasion I thought, well, I'm not going to have a drink today at all, and I've managed it. I felt awful though, really bad. I get depressed and anxious,
Yeah. And because of your alcohol and because of the way you're feeling at the moment, how has it affected your mood?
I think my mood's fine. It's just occasionally I sort of get very worried about things. I get very depressed about things.
And you sleep?
Yeah, well, I get off to sleep very, very well, but I do wake early in the morning.
And your appetite?
Yes, I nibble things, I suppose, now rather than have full meals.
Have you had any strange experiences like hearing voices or seeing anything when no one's around?
No, I've not had that.
Have you had any problems with the police, like drink driving?
No, nothing like that.
Okay. Do you think you have a problem with your alcohol, Mr. Cooper?
I think I probably need to do something about it, yes.
And how motivated are you that you would like to do something?
I think my wife I wouldn't want her to leave, so I need to do it.
Have you come to a point where you felt like life was not worth living and you were going to harm yourself?
No, I've never felt like that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. I can see you going through a difficult time, and I appreciate you talking to me. From what you've told me, that you have told me about your alcohol and how much you've been drinking and the difficulties you're experiencing. You've also told me that you're willing to get help, and I would like to speak to you more about that.
Yeah. Yes, that would be fine, thank you.
Thank you.